Hello everyone and welcome to the LeadHer Lounge. I'm Taylor Miller-Goulet.
And I'm Erica Rivera, and this is the space where modern leaders come for fresh and practical takes on leadership. Welcome! In honor of Women's Month, we wanted to showcase a female leader in our community. She's a visionary entrepreneur and women's empowerment advocate, founder of Amour Women and the Amour Women Work Community. She creates opportunities for collaboration, mentorship, and growth, helping women step confidently into their potential. Beyond her ventures, Canetha serves on the boards of Amour Women Foundation and Connect Macomb, driving initiatives in economic development, inclusive leadership, and social change. Welcome, Canetha Amour-Porter to the LeadHer Lounge.
I love it. Thank you so much, Erica. Taylor, she's in the room, but you don't see her. But yes, thank you.
I'm so happy to have you. Just so you know, you're our first guest, so it's an honor to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. That's an honor. Yeah. Definitely.
So we're gonna dive into your life and all the wonderful things she does. But I do want to take advantage of you.
Take advantage of me,
I want to take advantage of all the wonderful things that you do for women. And even though this channel and podcast, because now we are in Spotify, we focus on all genders. We want to help with this podcast and channel to all our leaders, all genders. But right now we do want to shed some light on female leaders.
Okay.
So whether you're a female leader or you have maybe female leaders reporting to you, or you have a leader that is a female, right? You're a team member, you have a female. This is for you because we all need the community to help, right? So my first question, and maybe we're gonna go to that point just now, is share maybe with us what are some of the struggles women come to you with?
Can I start off with the struggle that I had at first?
Oh my gosh, 100%.
And then I'll go into that. I think not finding your right community as you grow, it's hard to stay in certain communities, right? So, and when I say community, it's your circle of influence, it's your friends, it's your family. Yes. And I know myself, I'm like loyal to a fault. Like, if I love you, I'm down for you, let's do this, let's rock it out. But as I grew, it was harder for me to be able to share the things that I'm thinking about, because I was starting to think differently. I was starting to talk differently. And I was like, so either women are stuck in that space and they just say, forget it, or you have to do something courageous and find a new community. And I knew that my dreams were bigger than me. So I knew that I had to do the hard thing and find new communities. And I'm constantly doing that. And it doesn't mean that I don't love the old communities you know, my family is my family, right? But I had to get fed in different areas of my life. So you know, I have friends for all different reasons. But as I'm growing and learning, I had to find new people in my circle. And I think that's the biggest thing.
It is. And you, again, as you're growing, you have your values you have your core values. So you want that community to also share those values as well, or support those values as well. So yes, it's the same of having working in a company. Maybe it's not the right fit for me, or maybe having a friend that you grew up with, but now you fall apart because maybe you have different, different desires and things like that. So it is necessary to know yourself so well so you can find those people, and maybe even that community helps you find yourself as well.
It does. And it's I'll tell you, the biggest thing is that when I first started my skincare company, I was making this cream and giving it away for years. And then when I decided to start selling it, I'm like, wait a second, no one's buying it, but people were getting it for free. So, you know, in business, there's a couple of mistakes because you just value your product when you give it for free. Like, I understand all that. But I was like, either I'm going to fail at this business because I was looking at the free clientele that I had, that I was giving away for free, or I need to create a new one. And so that's scary, but I went out there and did it. And I'm telling you, I found some of my best friends to this day. when I start going out and meeting new people, and they supported me, and it even gave me bigger and bigger dreams to go after. And I started incorporating other products because they're like, hey, and they were just cheerleading me on. And so sometimes you just need a group of people or women and people, because I have male cheerleaders as well, to like, push me into my greatness.
Yes, and to tell you like, I'm in the right path.
Exactly.
Right? Help me out, because and I'm gonna get a little bit vulnerable with you as well, because Taylor and myself, we are female on business, and we're young. And when we started going to networking events, we went to certain networking events where people were in their 60s, 70s. They were like almost like retired, things like that. So when we went to talk and tell them, hey, like this is what we're doing, we are leadership coaches, they were like, oh, what I'm gonna learn from you that I haven't learned in 30 years of leadership. So our confidence went down right away. But it's because of the type of community we were joining at that time, right? Because I'm pretty sure if I'm with you and I'm with people like you, I would never have that in my mind. But that put us, I think, down right away.
I love that you said that, because even though I'm a little older, maybe a lot older, but I look young, so people will assume. But let me tell you something. I learn from my kids. I mean, you can learn from anyone, right? And so that's just closed-minded people who think that age is something that's different, because everyone brings something to the table, and you have to be open to that. So never let anybody dull your shine, girl.
That's, you see, she's coaching me up right now, and I love that. And if you have any other thing that you want to share that you have heard from women coming to you and they're like, I'm struggling with this, what are those things? What are like...
I feel like as women, especially women of color, we have to go to the marketplace and be 10 times as good, if not more, right? And so we discredit a lot of the things that we're doing. And so that's one of the biggest things, because I think I was having a conversation earlier, and she's like, well, and I'm like, no, you do this. Like, girl, you rock it out. And so we kind of look at it because we know we have to outperform, right? And so women in the spaces have to outperform, but we don't see all the value that we bring. And so I like to do an exercise where I connect with my girlfriends, and I'm like, look, I need you to give me 10 things that you think that I'm great at. And sometimes it's guided, like, because I need to get confidence in a certain area, and sometimes it's not. It's just like, I'm really feeling it, and I just need to be able to hear that and read it. And so your friends will tell you things about yourself that you didn't even know that was like magical, right? And so I love that, but we need to do that because we get beat up so much in the marketplace.
Yes. Oh, and I was going to ask you about some advice and actionable items that we can start implementing today. Do you have any other? I know you just shared about having your people, your community, whether they're your friends or family members. Okay, tell me good things, what I'm doing well. So that reinforced that thought.
Exactly. And these are people who like know you. And they can say, all kind of things, but what they say really matters. So I'll tell you what, my husband, he's like, you should do this, babe. So Hoda Copy was doing like this ChatGPT thing. And so what she did was, she said, go write down. So whether you put in your notes or you type it or whatever, you like think big and you think of the future of all the things you want to accomplish.
Okay.
And it's in every part of your life. I don't know if she said every part of your life, but I'm saying in every part of your life, right? Like go really as big as you can go. And then it's a prompt that you put in front of it.
Okay.
And it says, tell me a day in the life. And I'm going off of memory, so it may not be, on point, but tell me a day in the life of my future self. And then put a comma or a period, and then after that, put everything that you typed. It told me the most beautiful, oh my goodness, and it's picturesque. So I like
visual.
Yes, I'm very visual. And so I had ChatGPT read it back to me because I didn't want to read it. I wanted like it to be speaking to me. Yes. And I was just like, oh my goodness, this is like amazing. And what the powerful thing is that I start off my day listening to it every morning. And it's like, and so, okay, so I start off my day listening to it, but after that prompt, you can say, give me a daily schedule for me to be able to attain that. And then you can go deeper. I even did for myself, I said, these are all my children. These are all their skills, abilities, and things that they love doing. How do I incorporate them in my business while still keeping intact what they love? Mm-hmm. And it broke down everything. Yeah. And I was just like, oh my goodness. So that right there, if you're having a bad day, it doesn't matter to me if I'm having a bad day or not. I start off with that. I start off with prayer. I start off with reading my Bible, and I have a theme song. And so I play that to get me ready, but that just gets me set up for success every day.
Wait, but we would like to know, what is that theme song?
Well, you can find it on Apple Music or Spotify, and it's Meet Me at Amour, which is our new co-working space that we're opening up soon. So.
Oh my gosh, I want to leave the link in there because it's a beautiful, now I know the song that you're talking about. Okay. It's a beautiful song. I'm going to leave the link in the description, mm-hmm. and we're going to share even more about that because this is amazing. Yeah, that's a fun song. That is so good. And I love that because you're talking about pretty much affirmations, mm-hmm. right? And when we woke up, the first things that we think about are the things that kind of like we are going to work towards too as well. So knowing where your North Star, like where you want to be at the end, mm-hmm. Helps you to take the steps that will take you there, right?
Exactly.
So that's amazing. So thank you for that. And you have shared a lot. I mean, like, honestly, with the credibility portion, mm-hmm. The fact that I have a partner, I think that's part of my community as well. So mm-hmm. we both bring each other up. Like, I have so many, I call myself like, oh my gosh, I need to get better at this and this. And Taylor is like, no, but you're so good at this. What are you talking about? Or she sometimes have those days where she's down as well. And I'm like, you're amazing at this. Because we both admire each other and we see always the beautiful things that each other have. Yeah. So it is true, like being surrounded by people that also are honest mm-hmm. when you provide feedback and tells you, okay, this maybe is not right. Think about this. Have you thought about this? How you are being perceived? So we need that honest feedback. But yes, bringing me up like with your comments and your I don't know, like nice words towards us as well is very important. We need that. Yeah. And we're talking about women supporting women. Mm-hmm. But we all need support from our community. And I remember something that you say when we met. I don't have it here, but you were talking about it's not just women supporting women. Like, we need a community. We need all genders. Yes. And because we all work with women. Mm-hmm. We have enough family members that are women as well. So what can we do? Different genders, same gender. What else can we do to continue supporting women? Especially right now in these times with our leaders. So we have leaders that are female, what we can do for them, and also for team members that are female, if I'm a male or
yes. You know what? I say some of my biggest supporters are men. Mm-hmm. My husband, I tell you, I tell him the wildest, craziest things. I think we should blah, blah, blah. And he's like, babe, that's not for me. But if you want to do that, I 100% support you. And my sons are too. And it's so funny because I tell my sons all the time, wait a second, you guys, I'm for women. I'm always talking about women, but I think you're amazing. And you can do it. They're like, Mom, stop. We know. Right? Because I want to make sure that they don't feel left out. But it takes everyone, right? Mm-hmm. So there's conversations that men are going to be in that we won't be in. Mm-hmm. And so for them to be able to speak highly of us or maybe say something when someone's saying things that's not right, having our back in that way is huge, mm-hmm. right? Helping us get opportunities, not because we're women, but because we're qualified, we're going to do the work, and we've been slighted because we're women and not because we're not qualified. I just want to put that in there. Yes. Yes. And so, there's so many ways that they can support. And then women, I say, I always believe that there should be this amazing circle that's constantly going, whereas I'm getting coached. I feel like a leader should never not be getting coached by someone. right? There's always somebody above you or ahead of you that you can learn from and glean from. And it doesn't always have to be business. It can be in your personal life. It can be in all these different areas. And as you're getting coached and someone's pouring into you, regardless if you're paying for it or not, you need to do the same thing. You need to be pulling somebody else up, right? And so when you're doing that, there's this cycle of I have my hand up as I have my hand down, and we're just doing that. And so that's how we should be living life.
I love that because we're Monarch Coaching. We talk about the ripple effect where we hope that we are impacting leaders with our coaching sessions, with all the resources that we provide to them, all the feedback that we provide. We hope that they impact their team member, but their team members are going to impact their family members, and that is going to impact the community and hopefully the world. And we're going to help the world. So that's kind of like the ripple effect that you're talking about. It's the same, and we all need to support each other. But yes, what you're saying is so right. We need a coach. We need somebody that really knows how to provide coaching and kind of guide us to this journey, and tailor that journey, because we are so unique and all the journeys are different. So tailor that journey to our specific needs and what we want and our goals and our North Star or whatever it is.
Exactly.
So before I applied to my first leadership role, I wasn't sure if I was going to apply. Everybody was like, you should apply. You are already leading the team. Like, your performance is really good. You get along with everybody. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I can talk in public. I don't know if I can follow an agenda in a meeting. I didn't feel confident at all. I didn't see myself as a leader. But then I have my teammate that was a male, and he's like, I'm going to apply. Like, I'm ready. I'm so ready. And he was newer than me in the team. And he's like, I'm so ready. I'm going to apply. I deserve it. I hit the numbers. And I saw his confidence, and mine is like completely different. Like, oh my God, opposite poles. And I was like, okay. And he was like, I'm going to apply. I got the job, and he was happy for me. But then I was like, what? I didn't believe as much as he believed in himself.
I love that you say that, because right now it's a group of women that we're doing life together, right? It's 4 of us. My girlfriend put it together. And it's already known that men have confidence. They don't have to be qualified. They can actually be 25% qualified and feel like, hey, I'm going to go for it, right? We think we're overqualified, and we think we still have to add on more. And so when we have these conversations that we're going for these big things, and one of us will be like, oh, da, da, da. And we're like, no, do it in a man's confidence. And we're like, you know what? That's right. Da, 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 da. Yes. So that's what we say to each other. Like, no,
do it in a suit. Yes.
Do it in a man's confidence.
Yes.
And so we're like, even, the things that we're pricing out, we also, when we're pricing things or going for a promotion, women get paid less than men. And not always is it because people, they're doing us wrong. It's not always that. It's because we'll go in there and accept something that's lower, right? And so we won't even say, hey, because, we'll do our research. We'll know so just say a person in that position that was a man was making $100,000. We'll go in and we're like, well, we really want the job, and I don't want to ruffle any feathers. So maybe I'll go in at 90, 95. Another man's not going to do that. They're going to be like, he did 100. I'm going to do like 120.
Yes.
Right. Yes. And we don't come in with that confidence. So some of the pay discrepancy is not always because they're giving us something less. It's because we're asking for things that are less.
Yes.
Right. And so we need to learn to ask for the things that we deserve.
And I think that's where the coaching portion, the coach comes along, because if you have a coach, that person is going to reinforce what you really deserve. It's going to help you to kind of like organize your ideas and how you can communicate that to your boss and tell them, this is what I deserve. So, but you need somebody, to help you with those thoughts, to communicate them.
Definitely.
I would love to have you here forever.
I know, we can talk all day.
We can talk all day, but I do want you to share a little bit about what is coming and what is new in March, in this month. I'm gonna leave all her links so you can contact her and check out all her beautiful journey and all the adventures that are coming soon. But if you want to share anything else
well, I'm humbly honored to. March is a big month for me because I've gotten an award for NABO, and so we're going at that's celebrations March 12th at the DAC. I'm also up for an award for the Troy Chamber Business of Excellence Award, and that's March 6th. Right now, I am representing the city of Troy as Miss Corporate America. So I'm in a pageant. I'm excited about that. I'm a contestant. And oh my goodness, there's something else. I can't think. But March is really, go ahead.
Your working space. Yes, I got you.
So I'm going to bring everyone along the journey, but I do plan on having our co-working space open at the end of March, if not April, but I'm shooting for March. So I'm excited about that. I don't know.
So many things. But no, follow her on
Thank
her.
you.
You're very good with your social. And so we're going to leave everything in our description.
Mhm.
But thank you for joining us.
Thank you so
Thank you so much
much
for sharing that. Thank you for really helping women and helping them to realize their strengths and also the opportunities to get better.
Yeah. I
Right?
love
So we
that.
appreciate you.
Yeah,
and we
thank
will
you.
see you next week. Bye-bye, leaders.
Thanks. Bye-bye.